KIPP is really a world-class educational institution. It's a national brand, and we feel very fortunate to be part of what they do here. You know, if you look at the testing and the product that they put out in terms of their students, I think their record speaks for itself. In our end, you know, because of the Green Seal certification and the way that we clean, we believe that we're improving children's health, who are the most vulnerable people in the community, in the population, and we feel that that's a big asset, and we're doing our small piece to provide a good environment for the kids to learn. Yeah. In the marketplace, you know, green has many definitions, and it's become such an overused word that when you're on appointments or when you're talking to people in general, people say, you know, we are green. And really have to take a step back because, you know, sustainability is so much more than just chemicals. So you really have to do an education to the clients or prospects to let them know really what it means and how we can be a partner to help them achieve that.
For the company.
Okay. Well, to understand facility services, you know, there's many, many hundreds of companies that provide exactly what we do. So as a company, we're always trying to differentiate ourselves of, you know, how we're different. And I think the Green Seal certification really, you know, has become the moniker of where you can be. And it's not something that's easily attainable because you really have to delve into every aspect of what you do. So now as time goes on, people are actually including GS42 specifications in their RFPs, requests for proposals. So it's really a discriminator in a positive way for us because it allows us an opportunity to be different. And you know, some customers are now asking for certified companies to bid their jobs, which is obviously a point of difference, while still providing, you know, for the environment in a positive way. You know, it was quite a journey. Our vendor several years ago proposed GS42 training. And as a company, we took 25 people, including ownership, through mid-level management to become trained for GS42. It took weeks to get the designation, and it created excitement. You know, people were saying, you know, we're different. In an industry that's very Me Too, we allowed our managers and in the field through training to professionalize what we do. And on an executive level, we decided to become certified. And the journey began. It was quite a process. Many things we anticipated, many things were really thrown in front of us. We really had to look at our systems and process and really delve down to provide best practices to achieve the certification. But it was well worth it once we attained it.
Great.
So, you know, instead of the old dingy mops, we use microfiber technology, which started in hospitals. It's a hospital clean technology. And in terms of the chemicals, we use less chemicals, you know, less odors. It used to be in the old days that if it smelled strong, then it was clean. But what we found is that's not the case, and that clean is clean, and dirty is dirty, and that odors, you know, get masked. So we have a whole different process of how we do things. And in terms of training and cleaning the surfaces and cleaning other areas of the school are just done in per the Green Seal specifications, or excuse me, GS42 specifications. Okay, in the old way of cleaning, for example, the cleaning of restrooms, the restroom cleaner would start on the top floor and they would start mopping the floors, and by the time they got to the bottom floor, the water would be filthy. It would be brown, it'd be dirty, and you were actually putting chemical or germs on the floor and picking it back up. With microfiber technology, we actually provide small washing machines for each of the buildings that we service, and we spray the microfibers so you're actually getting a hospital clean environment, which helps reduce the amount of germs that are spread, and hopefully the children are, you know, benefit from not getting as many illnesses and actually feel better about being in the school. So that's one of the, you know, major points is floor care with GS42 certification. One of the important things for us as a vendor that has achieved certification is the partnership. Is that although we can bring all the bells and whistles that come with GS42 certification, it's really important that the client has a buy-in because, you know, it is a partnership, and we feel that at the school, KIPP specifically, has bought into what we're trying to accomplish, and it's really helped us be successful, and we're appreciative for the continued support from the school. You know, for me personally, I've always been conscious of the environment and sustainability, but I think what I can offer is because we have a very large staff, we have, you know, a lot of customers, is that by the impetus that we're putting out, we're exponentially improving the visibility of green, and I think it'll become generational. I think not only for my staff, but, you know, for the students and the participation of things they do outside of what we're doing. It's kind of a collective community thing, and we're all working towards something, and this is the beginning of something that's going to be, you know, forever, and I feel proud to be a driver in that.
Yeah.
You know, it's been outstanding for the staff because, you know, as janitorial staff, people come in, you know, as cleaners, and everybody's looking, you know, to have professional aspects to their job. And, you know, the old school of providing somebody a mop and a bucket and say, go at it, you know, doesn't really edify what people are trying to accomplish in their personal careers. The whole Green Seal GS42 certification has professionalized what we do. And it's something that we actually pay, you know, better wages because there's an actual process. There's a tremendous amount of initial training and ongoing training, and there's no question that the employees feel better about what they do. The things that we do differently at KIPP, you know, a lot of it is, you know, how we take care of the touch points, the areas of concentration where kids can spread germs, the floor maintenance. No longer do we use mops that are old and dingy. We use microfiber technology. And we've really limited the use of chemicals, the amount of chemicals, so we provide a very clean environment for the kids, and that's not still a big black hole, right? They don't really understand what they want because everybody says they're green. So you really have to define, really help them to understand what they're looking for, and then tell them that you can give it to them.
Okay.
So. Oh, you were shooting that? My brother Steve and myself, the owners of PMM, decided to become sustainable because it was the right thing to do. Not only was it a personal goal of ours, but also the community was asking for it. Customers were starting to ask about chemicals, process, and we saw it as an opportunity to expand what we personally believed in and take it to the larger community in a bigger way.